Hello everyone, welcome to the Weekly Horoscope channel. Right now, we're going to go over the horoscope for Cancer for the year 2021. Please watch this video till the end, as here Cancer will get really valuable information about themselves. In this video, you'll get to know the horoscope for Cancer for 2021 for sex, love, family, and money. Astrology as a science is made up to assist people and prevent them from troubles. It also may give hope that everything will be alright. Our professional astrologists created this horoscope as they care about your destiny and a bright future. Remember that a wonderful future comes when you write it. So, write just from 3 to 5 words in the comments below what you want from the next year of 2021, your sign of the zodiac, and 2 or 4 things you want in 2021. For example, Cancer, health, wealth, harmony. For many centuries and even millennia, astrologers have been observing how the movement of stellar bodies affects the life and fate of a person. Today, all these conclusions are placed in an ordinary horoscope. In a short time, they simply cannot imagine the morning without getting acquainted with the forecast from the stellar bodies. Everything that they promise will come true or not, it needs to be checked and weighted. But it won't hurt anyone to heed the reasonable advice of experts. Cancer Woman Horoscope 2021. The Cancer women, already from the first days of January, are simply obliged to use the charm that they'll have so much. Astrologers pay attention to the fact that such women radiate a sense of humor and optimism. They help them both in terms of career growth and in all other areas. Business partners, managers, and colleagues will be happy to help in the implementation of the plans of women who smile in the office. They literally radiate positive vibes. With such employees, it's good to work and have fun. With the right tactics, you can get everything you need from all the right people at work. When spring comes, you should pay close attention to your finances. Perhaps material wealth now doesn't allow you to spend money a lot and recklessly. It's worth looking through expenditure items and starting to save. In addition, you should carefully care about your reputation directly in the workplace. Humor and sociability are, of course, very good, but in the spring you can even get into a scandal at work. Someone may begin to make intrigues behind their backs. Reckless behavior will only spur public opinion to draw not entirely correct conclusions about a person. After a stormy and sometimes scandalous spring, it would be best to go on a business trip or vacation. Both options are ideal for summer and for a change of environment, distraction from problems, and a good rest. With the arrival of autumn, some representatives of this zodiac sign will feel an urgent need to start developing creatively. Perhaps this time will be very suitable in order to realize your bold ideas. After all, if everything is done correctly, then you can get well-deserved success. In addition, such an upsurge for some can become an impetus to radically change their lives. They can make their creative hobby their main work. Courageous women can do this, and if they make such a decision, then they won't regret it later. Astrologers emphasize that even for positive and optimistic Cancers, this year will be quite difficult. There will be ups and downs, challenges, and other problems. Without them, it's impossible to imagine your life. But you still need to try to look for the positive aspects. If we consider the year for a single Cancer woman, then it'll be full of love experiences. At the end of summer, throughout the fall and January, Cancers have every opportunity to meet their love. Others advise them to carefully look at their surroundings. They also expect several pleasant acquaintances. But in order to make the right choice, they should rely on their intuition. After all, you have to distinguish true love from simple flirting. If the choice is made correctly, a Cancer woman will be happy. For those representatives of the Cancer zodiac sign who are already in family relationships or for some reason avoid them, the stars promise a calm year. Cancer Man Horoscope 2021. Cancer men practically throughout the year of the ox prove to their loved ones, colleagues, and themselves that they're real leaders. Some will do this without yet realizing the full responsibility of being a leader. Perhaps this burden will become unbearable. It's also worth considering this possibility. If conflict situations arise in January, you shouldn't try to achieve justice and aggravate everything even more. The beginning of the year isn't the best time to find out who's right and who's wrong. Spring will become a real battlefield. Maybe you'll need to prove to your boss that the burden of responsibility isn't intimidating. Also, that promotion on the career path will be a worthy reward for good work. In any case, all this needs to be proved only by your actions, good daily work, and not hollow promises and slogans. Additionally, men of this zodiac sign will strive for career growth. In such a way they'll ensure a decent standard of living for their family. To do this, a man will think over cunning moves, negotiate, and seek support from his partners. Such persistence will be rewarded only if everything is within the law. You shouldn't seek a promotion, making intrigues, and starting scandals. Such behavior won't only not be encouraged, but on the contrary, can lead to big problems. If a person puts his career above his humanity and relationships with colleagues, he'll very soon find himself surrounded by his enemies. They at any moment will take advantage of you and never give a helping hand. All summer until autumn, men of this zodiac sign must definitely listen to their inner intuition, which will never fail. Work partners and just acquaintances during this period may not play a very good game and will involve a person in some kind of trouble. You should definitely think over all your moves and actions, remembering the consequences that may be after rash steps. If you do everything the way your inner voice tells you, you can achieve good results in your work. You also can improve relationships with your relatives and be back on top. The second half of the year will be quite difficult for Cancers financially. No one is insured against losses or unsuccessful investments. That's why all incoming information should be checked independently. It's necessary to leave aside the desire to get rich with the help of the gambling. Such behavior can drive a man into a rather serious debt hole. This year, the ox will try to warn the man. Because of their pride and dignity, they won't be able to solve love problems. The moment may come when you need to look at the current situation differently, being in the shoes of your soulmate. Cancers should be restrained, so that luck comes to them. As an experiment, you should try to take the first step in solving problems. The result may surprise a Cancer man. Cancer Sex Horoscope 2021. A Cancer woman is distinguished by her shyness. As a rule, such women are very difficult to endure criticism from men. But if she's sure that her partner accepts and loves her, then in good hands she'll flourish like a beautiful and very delicate flower. It's very easy to offend such a woman not only with a word but even with a glance. And the partner must understand this. Such a woman is very sensual. The man who'll be next to her can really only be envied. This is because, with her, he'll understand what real happiness is. For such a woman, the environment or the entourage of the date is very important. So you need to stay as much as possible to create comfort and coziness around her. Best of all, she'll feel at home in her home environment. She'll be able to demonstrate all facets of her femininity, beauty, and sexuality. For that, her partner will be very grateful to her. After a night spent with such a mistress, there are just a plethora of the most positive emotions. In her gentle hands, a man will forget about everything in the world, and most of all will want to stay there. A Cancer man will never be as simple and understandable as it might seem at first glance. But there'll always be an understatement in him, which is difficult enough to unravel even for close people. In an intimate relationship, he'll look for a woman who can constantly encourage, motivate, and support him. In addition, in certain situations, he'll position himself as an experienced lover who can teach. He can show how much of everything sensual is hidden behind the appearance of an unapproachable man. A woman in such a relationship shouldn't only support, but even idealize. Very often, criticism and frankness become immediate reasons for parting. If the relationship lasts for a long time, then you should give him remarks gradually. The reason is that he can see his flaws and start working on them. But this is allowed only to those women who have been with him for a long time. If a man doesn't see support in the words of his partner, which are confirmed by actions, then most likely he'll emotionally stay apart and the night spent together will be the last. He'll never return to such a woman. Cancer Love Horoscope 2021. Cancers aren't decisive people to discover new acquaintances and love relationships in front of them. They'll need to take a step towards them and make at least a little effort. Because of their inaction, they can remain unhappy throughout the year. The ox creates favorable conditions for Cancers to have a family this year. But they'll have to overcome their indecision and become more self-confident. You should put aside all your insecurity and constraint. You have to finally understand that a lot can depend on the first step. The point is, sympathy can turn out to be mutual. The decisive action, finally, will be the most important thing in the life of two people. Emotions will overwhelm Cancer's heart. Those Cancers who are already lucky enough to find their soulmate may be at risk. Mutual understanding can break down, leading to petty quarrels. If Cancer continues to be stubborn, then this can lead to serious scandals. It's worth learning to forgive mistakes and pacify your pride. Otherwise, Cancers will face trouble. If the relationship with a loved one is really dear, then you should keep your cool. You should also listen to the advice of people around you in order to maintain the existing relationship between you. Family Cancers can get too frivolous this year. You shouldn't look for new sensations. You have to control yourself. Look at your partner from a completely different side. This will help build a serious relationship between you. If there are problems in the relationship, then you shouldn't worry. The thing is, only Cancers will be able to save them. To experience something new in an old relationship, you should show all your romanticism and enthusiasm. You shouldn't make unwise decisions. The point is, this can play a cruel joke with Cancers. Cancer Finance Horoscope 2021. This year, representatives of this zodiac sign should devote themselves to dealing with debt obligations. If Cancers run into debt to relatives and friends, there'll be an excellent opportunity to solve all money problems. It's recommended to pay off loans and banks gradually, adhering to the payment schedule. If Cancer acts as a lender, you should discard all constraints and remind the unscrupulous borrower of the need to return the money. By the end of spring, financial life will stabilize, and there'll be clear progress. There'll be bureaucratic obstacles in the preparation of financial documents. By the end of the year, Cancer can safely count on a salary increase or a decent bonus. Cancer Family Horoscope 2021. The whole year, according to experienced astrologers, can turn into a soap opera for Cancers. Married couples will be very loud and temperamental to make claims to each other. Then they'll also violently reconcile. You should learn to manage your emotional state. In that case, it'll be possible to conduct a fruitful dialogue with your soulmate and come to a common deal. This is so important for a happy family life. Certainly, Cancers must learn to give their loved ones the opportunity to correct the current situation. They should ask for forgiveness and explain everything. It isn't always necessary to be categorical. Also, don't flirt or have other romances. It won't end with anything good for the family. Passion will fade away as quickly as it flares up. But the family can collapse for life. You should learn to make adult decisions. Be responsible for your loved one. Constantly work in pairs on your relationship. And then everything will definitely be fine. Cancer Horoscope 2021 Overview. For water zodiac signs, to which Cancer belongs, the proximity of water is a priority. It's almost vital for them to live next to water bodies, a river, or an area with a fountain. This allows them to harmonize the energies within themselves and not go to extremes. To have a better life, Cancer must learn to reward others without expecting anything in return. If the representatives of this zodiac sign can be more altruistic, their lives will quickly change for the better. Cancers look a little down on those who work physically. Although for representatives of this particular zodiac sign, touching any material is very useful. This puts this July zodiac sign to the earth, makes him concentrate on the process and feel life more fully. Working with wood, metal, and any processing will give a lot of benefits to the representatives of this zodiac sign. Just try it. You shouldn't doubt in the truthfulness of astrological predictions. However, you can correct your decisions in accordance with what the stars try to advise. This is because they know exactly what can happen in a given situation. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss more videos of horoscope for 2021 and much more. Check out this playlist of the signs of the zodiac of Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius and Pisces, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.